Violence against women who are mostly accused of witchcraft has been a predominant activity in the northern parts of the country despite efforts made towards dealing with the canker. Latest of these incidents is a 90-year-old woman, Dente, who died after she was whipped several times for allegedly being a witch in the community she lived. The Member of Parliament for Madina, Francis Xavier Sosu, together with some other colleagues, introduced a private member's bill to amend the Criminal Offences Act to prohibit the practice by any person as a witch doctor or a witch finder, proscribe the declaration, accusation, naming or labeling of another person as a witch, and for related matters.
I mean, if you believe in witchcraft, you can keep that belief to yourself. If you are a Christian, you know how to treat it. You can go pray and ask God to deliver you of that, or somebody could, however you want to treat it. But the positive accusation of somebody being a witch, and which with its attendant repercussions of those discriminations, sometimes beating, some leads to lynching, that would be criminal once this bill gets passed. And it's so important that we look at this thing because historically we've lived with this for long. But cultural practices that are inimical to human dignity by our constitution are unconstitutional and must be repealed. And that was how we repealed female genital mutilation. That's how we criminalize it. That's how we criminalize trokoshi, among other practices. Remember that even human sacrifice used to be historically, be part of our culture. But you cannot sacrifice human being today because it's been overtaken by events, it's been overtaken by enlightenment, and it will be criminal for you to do that today. And so that is why we are seeking to push to make sure that this legislation is passed.
In an interaction with Citi News, the lawmaker says Parliament must expedite work on the bill to end the worrying trend.
Last Friday, on the 31st, the bill was first read in Parliament, and on behalf of the other sponsors, I led the bill, and it's now being referred to the Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, where I also serve as a deputy ranking member. So I'm hoping that with the beginning of the next sitting of Parliament, the committee will schedule a stakeholders engagement that will consider input by other stakeholders, and then also we can have the chance to do the clause by clause consideration and be able to report back to Parliament. But I believe that this is one of those bills that Parliament will have to really expedite action. And I'm calling on all the stakeholders from Action Aid, Sana Institute, FIDA, Ghana Bar Association. We talk about the judiciary. We talk about SHRAJ. The Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative, all those who are in the CSO space, Amnesty International. I think this is something we need to pay attention to. I mean, you talk about Ghana Police, particularly DOFSU. You know, we need to pay attention to this because, for me, it will be a scar on our conscience if we don't do anything until we hear that another woman has been lynched or somebody has been killed on account of witchcraft accusation.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for Citi News.